Oh, man, I hate Mondays.
Nah, man, it's Tuesday.
Wait. What day is it?
You know what day it is. Tuesday. Brewsday Tuesday.
Oh, fuck yeah! Oh, we're gonna get our hops on, It's Brewsday Tuesday with Drez and Huck.
That's pretty quiet.
Well, you did the bottle. Yeah, that bends it. No good.
Straighten it out.
You got the bottle, I got the can. We're switching it up on Brewsday Tuesday. My name is Drez. As always, Huck from Huck's Beer Buzz is alongside and for the ride.
Here I am.
So we've been pretty good about doing like cool themes and stuff lately, but now we're just getting back to the basics.
I just went to a beer store
and got some good beer.
Got some good beer we hadn't had. Well,
so then I guess we can't really say it's good beer. We don't know yet.
Oh, it'll be. I'm a beer savant.
You know when it's good before you taste it.
I can see it it's like a crystal ball.
All right. So, what are you pouring over there? And then I'll say what I'm pouring over here.
One of my favorite breweries, Allagash, out of Portland, Maine, made something called a hoppy table beer. Dry hop Belgian style ale. And as you know, I love Belgian style ales and I love hops. And I'm hardly ever dry. So it works out perfectly.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. That I like kind of all of the above as well. And you handed me Bell's, our friend Bell's. That's, was that Chicago?
Bell's is out of Michigan.
Michigan?
Up there where all the grain.
Oh, yeah,
grain,
that's right.
Cereal people.
I was thinking of...
Three Floyds.
No, Goose.
Oh, Goose Island, yeah.
Goose Island, Chicago. But you gave me the old Hop Slam ale.
Yeah, this year's version.
And this is a double IPA.
Yeah, this is
brewed with honey.
This is one of those beers everybody waits for. Their expectations are always high. Then there's a whole group of people that diss it.
Yeah, of course.
They say, like, hop scam.
Well, I'm excited because it sounds delicious, it looks delicious, and it's got a whopping 10% ABV.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is our first real beer.
Of the year?
Of the year.
That's true. Honestly, yeah. I've had little samples, like when I'm at McAdoo's for the Bear Cave. If there's something new on tap, I'll try just a sample. But I have not had a full good beer in 2017 yet.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
cheers
to that.
Cheers to that, my brother.
Back on.
Back on the beer, back off the dash.
Now, see if I can keep the belly down while still drinking beer. That's now my new goal. I lost 20 pounds-ish.
Yeah,
so
me too.
now
I'm down like about 23.
Yeah, so my goal is to try to lose a pound a week and still drink beer. So we will see how I proceed.
Not easy. Depends on how much beer you're going to be drinking.
History says it's going to be a struggle.
Yes.
But who cares about history? I have the universe on my side.
History is meant to be changed. It's doomed to repeat itself, dude.
It's doomed to repeat.
You're screwed. So that's cool, man. So yeah, this is pretty tasty. What else is going on, man? So did you just hit the store down here, or where'd you get these?
I went to a little place called Beer Run. It's right off, I think it's the 5th Avenue exit in Charlottesville off of 64.
See, now I went to a Beer Run by your recommendation, if I'm not mistaken, down in Mississippi.
Yeah. Is
that a chain or
this is an individual?
There's just a bunch of beer runs. That makes sense. I mean, that's a great name for a beer store.
Dude named Josh opened up Beer Run, and he decided, he wanted to have a place where you could get craft beer, and he had I think they got 8 taps, maybe 12.
Oh, so you can drink there.
Yeah, so he did that. Well, people started coming in. It was really popular, and they're like, well, can we get something to eat? And he's like, well, no. And then he's like, well, yes. So they opened up 5 tables.
Where'd you say this is?
Charlottesville.
I was going to say, in Virginia, you have to serve
No,
food.
not for a beer store.
Really?
You can have growler stations and serve beer. There's one in Roanoke, the Barrel House or something.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Actually, yeah, you're right. I didn't realize they didn't serve.
They have some food, but they don't have to have food. So anyway, he had 6 tables. Well, it turns out he gets all this, farm to table, fresh baked bread. Next thing you know, 6 tables are overwhelmed. So he built this whole outdoor. It's kind of like a greenhouse around the whole thing. So you can go up there and get some fantastic food and some fantastic beer, and those guys are all great. They're very knowledgeable. They'll help you pick the beer. They'll show you. They got a lot of wine too. It's a wine store too. They got a room in the back full of wine. We have to hide the wine. Nobody wants to see that.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a good spot. And we talked about distribution of beer, and it seems like some of the good beer, like this not Hop Slam is available in Blacksburg to way after you can get this
Up
in
north,
Charlottesville.
yeah.
So I got this a couple weeks ago, and then a couple weeks later we can get it. So just by going to Charlottesville, you have a much larger selection of beer because it doesn't all get to us. The other thing, and that's probably for next time or another time, is I got some one-offs from Hardywood and some of the breweries in Richmond. So some of that was available right on their shelves. Again, we don't see that down here. They don't make it this far, distribution. They're only making so much beer at Hardywood and the smaller Richmond breweries.
See, and that's one of the nice things about when you travel, and I know you particularly are key on this, and I have been too as of the last couple of years. Whenever you travel, man, hit not only whatever breweries you can that are actually there, but beer stores.
Yeah, you need to go to a local.
Go into beer stores,
local
beer stores, and get in a couple mixed 6-packs, or even more. If you're out somewhere that, you'll find beers you just can't get out here.
Right, and the other tool is to if you go to a brewery or to a multi-tap bar, is ask the bartender
where to go.
Where do you go to get more craft beer? Because they can lead you on a chase. I've gone through whole towns just on word of mouth, bartender to bartender. Mm-hmm. I did it in Asheville one time and got some interesting stuff I probably wouldn't have found had I not talked to some bartenders. They're like, well, there's this little place nobody goes to. And well, that night everybody went to it because there was a bunch of us here. They were a little overwhelmed, but we had a good time.
Nice.
And really good beer. And then, they also can tell you where the stores are. But, you can use tools on the internet. I find that, I probably shouldn't even be mean, but BA doesn't really, their information is so dated. A lot of times you'll look on the Brewers Advocate site and you'll see something and you go there and it'll have been closed for 4 years.
Oh, geez.
So it's always good to reconfirm anything from that site particularly. That's one of the reasons I started writing about beer. I write about where to go to drink beer. And so a lot of what I write is about...
So that's the website you should go to.
Yeah, you should go to Huck's Beer Buzz. And if I've been to that town, I can help you out.
Yeah, there
I
you
write
go.
about it. You just search it. You can probably find it.
He is a beer blogger after all, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't just grab Huck off the street and eat because
he kind of did. I was just looking for beer, all the wrong places.
Same sort of thing. Speaking of good beer, what are you thinking about about your brew over there? Your old
Allagash.
happy.
This is really good. I would have to say.
Did you tell me what was the ABV on that again?
Tastes like 6, but let's see. Oh, 4.8 session.
Professional.
So it's like it's got everything's nice about this beer except it's a little early hop for my taste, and that's just my preference. This beer would probably have been a 5. It's got this real bitterness on the back, which a lot of people really like. If you like stone beer, you're going to love this beer. Mm-hmm. So
one final sip.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 4.5.
4.5.
Still a delicious beer.
And what was it called again?
Hoppy Table Beer.
Hoppy Table Beer from Allagash gets a 4.5 from Huck's Beer Buzz. That is his handle on Untapped. Mine is Dres Drinks. That's how we like to rate these beers, is via the Untapped scale. It's a free beer app, 1 through 5. Over here with the Hop Slam, I'm going to be interested to hear, 'cause I feel like I've had this beer before, but like you said,
it's a new
every
year.
Every year it's a little different.
This is the latest batch.
You have not had this yet?
No, I'm not.
All right. Well, I'm going to be interested to hear maybe after the break when you drink the rest of this half what you think of it. I'm going to have to keep drinking it a little bit more because first initial impression, I was not that impressed.
And it goes up and down from year to year. I mean, anytime you're making a beer and they're making more of it. So, I always question if you're making a really fancy beer and you start making a lot of it.
And I guess it's with a lot of beers, man. Like that last sip was better than the first. So it's getting better as I go. I think, the lacing's great. The color is beautiful. And you can taste that honey along with the hoppiness. I
love honey
which
beers.
Is fantastic. And I do like that too. I'm thinking maybe what it is it might have been just kind of cold.
Yeah,
this might be one that's and it was in your.
It's in the back of the truck.
So in a cooler,
31 degrees.
Yeah, and it's pretty cold. So yeah, I'd say that this one it might get a little better as it gets closer to room temperature. Maybe drink it around like 50 or something. Yeah,
it's a big beer.
But yeah, all around it's still not bad. I mean, compared to what we've been drinking the past couple weeks,
it's much better than Red Eyes.
This is fantastic. So I'll probably one more sip just to confirm. Yeah, this is still a damn good beer. And, of course, I got to take in consideration it's also 10%, which is pretty damn awesome. I'd say I was about to say 4.25, but then if you add in that it's a big boy, 10 ABV. I'm going to give it a 4.5.
There you go.
4.5 for the Hop Slam
Huck
Ale
Session
from
beer.
Bell's. That's your Huck session right there,
That
without
is.
a doubt. We'll take a quick break, play a tune, and we'll be back with round 2 of Brewsday Tuesday. We'll see what else Huck's got in the cooler right after this. Stick around.